good evening. Welcome back to my channel. Tonight, we're gonna be cooking lasagna soup. Okay, you can sit down now. Lasagna soup, I said it. I was just Googling fun winter recipes and lasagna soup came up. So I'm gonna put in the description box the recipe of where I found it and you can make it yourself one day. So thanks for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button. Hit it, you didn't hit it, hit the button. Thank you very much, and let's get into this video. So the first thing that we have to do is take our meat. I've got a half a pound of beef and a half a pound of pork. And I got the other half and half saved later. I'll probably make some meatloaf. So what I'm gonna do now is take this, we have to brown the beef in the pot. I've got some olive oil heating up, and then we're gonna add the meat in. All right, so I've got the beef and the pork in the pan. And we are gonna brown this up and let this cook. And now we're gonna get back and I'm gonna cut some onions and garlic up so we can add those in. So while the beef and the pork are back there browning up, I'm gonna take me a sip of wine because good girl Amadi, I need it. I just did some exercising and I went to the Solid Core and I hadn't been about a year and a half. And yeah, Brian kicked my ass. I couldn't walk up 13th Street. If you know DC, 13th Street is like this, and I live at the top, and my legs hurt, my booty hurts. So shout out to Brian at Solid Core. Thanks for fucking my legs up. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to cut the onion and the garlic. Love the garlic. So we're gonna cut that up, and then we're gonna add that all in. So stay tuned. We got the meat cooking, it's brown. It's about halfway done. We want it to be all the way brown, no pink at all. And then once we get this done, we're gonna drain the grease out, take the meat out, and then we're gonna add the onions. Oh, gotta get that girl. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. So we're using the same pot, and now we're gonna add the onions and garlic. All right, so the onions and the garlic are in the pot. I know the recipe says to add the onions and then add the garlic, but the recipe is for guidance. I choose to do what I want.
That's my opinion!
So we're gonna let that cook for about 5 to 6 minutes. And then we're going to add, I'm just opening my tomato paste, getting that ready. And then we're gonna add a bunch of good things. Let's talk for a second. I love cooking. I love cooking, I love eating, I love cooking, I love eating, and drinking. Cheers to that. I think the love of cooking came from when I was growing up. My mom, we used to work nights. So it was me and my two brothers with my father. And I think there were nights where my dad didn't want to cook. So I learned to cook from him and I taught myself. And it was great. That's how I learned to cook. I cooked for my family, cooked for my brothers, and we all basically just always cooked together. It was always a family affair when we're cooking. I love to cook. My middle brother and my little brother, I have two younger brothers, and they love cooking as well. We all have different styles of cooking. Yeah, it's just, cooking is great. It brings joy to people's lives, and who doesn't love to eat and drink? All right, here's the onions and garlic, looking good. And then we're gonna add our chicken broth, tomato sauce, tomato paste, and some seasonings we got. I've got a couple more seasonings, but we're gonna let that brown up a little bit longer, and then we're gonna add all these things and let it boil. All right, so I made the cheese mixture, added that. That's in the fridge. It's gonna stay in there till they're done. We got our soup boiling on the stove. I'm drinking wine, having a good time. And the last step we have to do is add the lasagna into the pots. So once this boils over there, we're gonna add this in and then let the noodles boil and then the soup's gonna be done. Here we go. All right, so the soup is boiling. So now we're gonna add our pasta shells right in. Just like we were cooking regular pasta in water, but instead we're gonna be putting this right into our tomato mixture. Look at this thing go. It is roaring away, girl. Boiling and boiling. Woo-ha, here we go. So during the wintertime, what is your favorite soup to cook? Put that in the comment description down below with the link of the recipe, and maybe I'll cook it one day on my cooking channel. I want to try as many soups as I can to stay warm because it's 30 degrees, 25 degrees out, so it's really fucking cold. Overall, this soup was pretty easy to cook. Took maybe about 30 to 40 minutes total. It's almost done in the background. It's boiling up a storm. We're gonna turn it down a little bit. But it's been pretty successful. And I've been drinking a lot of wine, so that's always a good thing. I just realized I was wearing this. I went in 2017. I don't think I would go ever again. It's extremely overwhelming. I got to meet RuPaul. I'm gonna post that photo right there. It was fun, it was worth it. Don't ever wanna go to a drag con ever again in my life. All right, so it's final judgment time. Plated, still got my wine, and now we're gonna eat it and see if we like it. Bitch, that's lasagna in a bowl. It's good as fuck. Try it out. The recipe is in the description box below. Hit the subscribe button. Follow me on all socials. They're all right here. Have a great night and stay tuned. I'll be back. Bye.